You're watching Byline Wilmington on CBS 10 WILM. Here's your host, Don Ansell.
If you're just tuning in to Byline Wilmington, we're continuing our discussion today with Dr. Gary Miller, Chancellor of the University of North Carolina at Wilmington. He has succeeded Rosemary DiPaolo, who was the third Chancellor, and again, this is the number 4 for the University of North Carolina at Wilmington. Over the course of this 64-year history, they have developed a number of programs, 52 baccalaureate programs, 35 masters, 10 post-baccalaureate, and a number of others. There was talk about establishing a doctorate in psychology.
And that's something that we still plan to pursue. We're working through general administration, and they're actually looking at different ways to evaluate programs as well. So we have that and one other doctorate in marine science that we'll be moving through in the next year or so.
Any plans to add any other programs?
You know, I've asked the provost to take a strong look at our program portfolio. That's something that we probably need to do on a continuous basis, but particularly in the graduate areas where we have some national strengths, I think we should consider how we can add to this, both the system portfolio and our own, in a way that complements what's out there. And we'll be looking at that. Now we have to keep, because of what we are, we're just a fabulous undergraduate institution. We have to keep very strong programs in the humanities and the social sciences and the sciences for our general studies program and the programs that are very popular with our students.
Let's talk for a minute about a new program that was rolled out and that has been in the works for some time now, and that's the
Bionic facility. Yeah, that's a great opportunity for us. It is what it amounts to is a business integration of the Center for Marine Science work and our marine science work in general. We're building a facility which we're supporting and was funded partially by the federal government, and that facility will allow us to bring business partners to our campus, to the CMS campus, for the purpose of translating research into economic development, into products, into procedures that can be used. It's a growing, an emerging way to blend university research with business. I'm very excited about it. It's going to take a lot of work. We have the right people, I think, working on it, but I think it will be a signature program for us in the coming years.
And as I referenced in the first segment, a natural tie-in for you as a biologist slash ecologist.
Well, when I looked at this position, one of the things that attracted me to it was the strong science programs. And because I am a biologist, and I'm a member of the biology faculty at UNCW. But I'm also, having my early education at William & Mary, I'm very, very attuned to the need for strong humanities programs in undergraduate universities and master's universities like this. But I am a scientist, and I feel comfortable integrating my work into what we're trying to do in marine science, in psychology, in nursing, and in the other science programs while we support and grow the other programs. So, for example, we have one of the best writing programs in the country, and I love that. I think that is something that we need to always support, and there are many others on campus.
Are you teaching?
No, I'm not now, although that's something I really would consider doing. One of the reasons I was very pleased to get an appointment in the biology faculty is to have a chance to do a seminar or teach a little bit. This first year, I don't have time, but I think I will find some time to teach.
You had to apply for an appointment?
Well, I did not ask for it. It was not part of the, but the Board of Trustees felt that it was appropriate, and they approved it, and I'm very grateful for it.
UNCW, again, has established a number of satellite programs. Are there plans to expand even further?
The Onslow program is very exciting for a number of reasons. North Carolina is one of the top states in the country for veterans and service in-service servicemen. We have a great relationship there with Coastal Carolina University, Community College and the Marine Corps at Camp Lejeune. And I believe, and I know General Administration believes, that that's a program that we can grow. Serving servicemen as they come back or while they're in service is something that we really want to do. But we have some other programs up there. That program was actually started to meet a teacher shortage, and that's growing. So I was up there visiting a couple of weeks ago. Fantastic partnership, and President Lingle and I will continue to build that partnership, and I expect it to grow.
Let's talk athletics for a moment. Lots of fans. I'm a Seahawk fan.
Good,
I would
good.
say. Basketball and programs, both men's and women's. Football.
Football.
Are we ever going to have a football team?
You know, I think that somewhere in the history of this university, football will be something to be considered. I think that, and by the way, I was a college athlete and have been a sports fan all my life. I love Seahawk athletics. I think we have exactly the right leadership there in our coaching staff and athletic director. And I know that their consideration of football will be a very careful consideration. It is an incredibly expensive proposition to start football, and because of Title IX and others, we would have to add some sports. So it's not just adding one sport, it's adding. So financially, it would be a huge drain, and I think we have a long way to go to determine that that's the best thing for the university. I don't see that happening in the immediate future.
As I understand it, Chancellor DePaulo oversaw about $250 million in construction. Any of those projects ongoing, and are there plans for new construction projects?
We have a fabulous new psychology research facility going on up there adjacent to the School of Nursing, the McNeil building. We're doing some renovation in Trask Coliseum now for basketball. We finished a renovation of Hanover Hall. I was in there the other night to a volleyball game, and it looks fabulous. We will continue to think about construction on campus. Oh, and I forgot the Student Rec Center, which is being made larger, over twice as large. It's going to be a fabulous facility for our students, and then that was a facility that we needed to expand. So we'll continue to look at facilities as we go forward. That's always something we need to consider. But you know, if you've been on campus recently, it's a great physical plant, and we're lucky to have so many fantastic buildings.
How do you bridge the divide between the community and the university? There are some who don't cross college.
They need to, but we need to go the other way. And my job, and this is something that I've put a lot of emphasis on. In fact, we just hired an assistant to the chancellor to help me build community partnerships. Our university, wherever we go, which will be up, and we're going to go with Wilmington in this community, we need to have the support of the community, and we need to understand where we can serve and where we can make the community better. That's an obligation, I feel, for public universities. So I'm hoping that we'll see a more intentional and organized approach from the Chancellor's office. The university already is widely involved in the community, and the 70,000 hours of student service last year in this community. What I want to do now is make that more powerful from an institutional perspective, and I think that's my role. So I'm going to be out there just learning and trying to find partnerships where we can get together with business, nonprofits, government, and other groups to make things better in this community, in these surrounding counties.
Again, if you're just tuning in to Byline Wilmington, we're continuing our discussion with Dr. Gary Miller. He's the new chancellor at the University of North Carolina at Wilmington. We'll be back right after this.